What triggers a conflict of interest in a wardship or termination of parental rights case? Just this month, a divided Illinois Supreme Court weighed in, and the answer may surprise you. All that and a bit more coming up. In today's case, mom finds herself hauled into juvenile court for alleged neglect of the minor children. After all said and done, she manages to get her kids back and the proceeding is dismissed. However, a few years later, she catches another case. So she goes out and hires a lawyer who happened to be the guardian ad litem in her first neglect case. But unlike the first trial, this time the judge terminates her rights. She's appointed a different lawyer for her appeal who argues that the former guardian ad litem had, well, no business being her trial lawyer. It was a per se conflict of interest. Conflict per se's, well, they differ from actual conflicts of interest insofar that the former doesn't necessitate inquiry into the nature of the conflict. That on its face, it's a conflict. The appellate court agrees mom's situation qualifies as a conflict per se, but the Supreme Court, well, they disagree. Namely, they said, hey, we've given 3 examples of a conflict per se. Only the first of those comes close to this case, and mom has to show that this guardian ad litem was previously repping the victim, or was the prosecutor, or was an entity assisting the prosecution. Now, first, in a juvenile case, kids are the subject of the proceeding, not the victim. So that idea is out. The second and third, the GAL, well, they're the eyes and ears of the court, not a prosecuting party, nor are they assisting with said prosecution, as they can take positions adverse to the state. So those 2 prongs are out as well. Bottom line, it's not a per se conflict. Now, they suggest it might have been an actual conflict of interest, but because mom didn't raise that argument on appeal, it's a non-issue and her rights stay terminated. Now, as a quick side note, Justice Burke issued a compelling dissent stating that the 3-part conflict test, well, it's a creature of criminal law, not juvenile, and juvenile cases involving wardship and termination of parental rights are civil proceedings, and that shoving this square peg into that round hole isn't the answer, and suggests a 4th exception needs to be crafted in light of evolving circumstances, such as this case. Anyways, that's all I have on per se conflicts of interest. Thanks for watching.